All righty, we are back in the mix, and here I have somebody extremely special in many ways, but more importantly, I want to introduce you guys to Shelley Desmarais. She is hope I said your last name right. I'm getting closer, right?
Desmarais.
Desmarais. Okay, so I got it right. So Desmarais, I apologize. Let's make a correction there. Lauren, her daughter, is saying I should have played drums on that part because you never get it right. But anyways, wow. Shelley has come here from Moxie, which is a suburb of, well, not even a suburb, a little small part of Yakima, and is a part of an amazing family. She is the family, CLS Farms, which is a hop growing farm family in Moxie. So Shelley, break it down for us real quick, like first off about CLS Farms, and then we can talk about the beautiful reason why we're here and why you're still here with us today. So,
thank you. So CLS Farms is a farm owned by my husband and I, Eric, and CLS stands for my daughters, Claire, Lauren, and myself, Shelley. We also have another third daughter. Her name is Vivian. And our farm came together. It started 25 years ago. And we started off with a very small farm, and Eric was working for his parents, and I had a job, and little by little we built our farm together. And 25 years later, we now have El Dorado, we have Zappa, and Medusa are our three proprietary hops that we released on our farm. And then we also have a bunch of other public hop varieties. Centennial, yep, Chinook, Cascade, but then also things like Citra, Mosaic, quite a few of the HBC varieties, which we love. And so we are here today because our friends at Yakima Valley Hops and John A. Haas brought us all together to talk about 1 and 8.
Yeah, amazing. Well, I mean, again, like what Shelley was saying, I mean, just 25 years of family farm growing, having their own proprietary hops, which, by the way, El Dorado to me is the most amazing hop, and I'm so thankful we've moved really heavily into that variety. It's a beautiful product. I know it's been around for a minute or two, but it's been revived in our recipe structures, and we love it. And Medusa, I haven't got my hands on that yet. Alex, hopefully we're going to play around with Medusa and Zappa soon. Joking. But no, we are a big fan of what's going on and what has happened today with this idea of doing a 1 and 8 collaboration in Mexico for the reasons what 1 and 8 is. And can you kind of share that a little bit about your experience and what you created with the folks up in Seattle and yourselves in the farm?
Yeah, so at Harvest, in August and September, we see brewers from all over the world come to Yakima Valley to celebrate hop harvest, to select hops, to get to know growers. And there's a special bond that happens. And when you see brewers year after year, you become friends and you become really like family. And I've had breast cancer twice. First in 2012, and then it came back in 2016. And so it was very difficult to say the second time that it came back around. And we relied a lot on our team, my family, my daughters, my husband, lots of friends to kind of pick up and support us, and so that we could get treatment, and I could go through what I needed to go through to stick around, right? That's the point. And so during that hop harvest, while I was getting chemotherapy, I didn't want anybody to know. I kind of, put a wig on, and because it was scary. And when you see a young mother, young woman at the time experiencing, that kind of treatment, it's scary. It's scary for others. And I just didn't want it to be like a topic to focus on. I wanted, when you farm, you just farm, right?
Right.
And you focus on the job and what you have to do, and that's bring the crop in. And I just didn't want the attention. And we had a brewer friend who came over, Steve Luke from Cloudburst, and
They're in Seattle, right?
in Seattle. Yeah, it's just such a great brewery, great people. And he didn't really know I had breast cancer because I didn't look like it. I did a good job. And when I went to, after harvest, there's a fresh hop festival in Yakima. It's a huge festival for fresh hop beers.
Can't wait to go. I always miss it.
Yep.
There's no snow at that time. So.
No. And so he came to that festival, and I decided then I was going to not wear the wig anymore. And harvest was over, and it was done, and I just didn't want it to, I just needed to be out like that. And I went to the festival, and I was bald, and I had my trucker hat on. And I remember seeing Steve there. He was pouring the wet hop beer that he made with our hops. And I just saw, I was like, hello. And he didn't even, it didn't even faze him. And I didn't understand, how much his own personal experience, prepared him for something like that. And so right then, that just told me, it's okay. It's going to be okay. And this is my friend. And from there on out, we were we're connected. And then the following year is when he said, we're going to do a 1 in 8 beer called 1 in 8, which also is the statistic for women with breast cancer, 1 in 8 women. And it was also 1 of 8 fresh hop beers that he did that year.
Oh, okay.
So he does 8. He did 8 in one harvest, which is crazy. And so the money that he raised then was donated back to Wellness House in Yakima, which is a organization that helps women with cancer and their families, and provides a lot of the services that we learned about today.
Right.
There's a similar version of that in Yakima.
With the wigs and the support.
Prosthetics.
Prosthetics and financial support for treatment, transportation, and things like that, right?
Yeah. Yep. And so that really just shows this deep connection between the growers, hop growers, family farms, dealers like John A. Haas, like Yakima Valley Hops, and then for brewers, it shows this circle that comes together to support one another. And I really felt that, from everyone in the industry. It is a small industry, and a lot of people have helped and stepped up and have raised money for some great organizations. And so I'm proud of that. And I'm proud that my daughter's here today, that she gets to experience this, because our whole family went through this, not just myself.
Wow. Well, shoot. Well, like I said at the beginning, we're really glad that you're still here with us and to understand, oh man, what that was like. And I'm sure we have a lot, like you said, 1 in 8 people that we know have had to process that experience. And like you said, for you to be here with your lovely daughter, who's awesome, by the way, living in San Diego. Mm-hmm. She says it's kind of like Yakima. I'm still trying to figure out how that matches up. But man, what you guys have done for the business side with your products. Obviously, you've made some amazing hops for us brewers. And then this beautiful collaborative product, that Idaho Gem, that is the 1 in 8.
Yeah, so
Man.
every year
Amazing.
we picked a different hop every year. And, well, this is the 4th year. So the first 2 years were wet hops.
Okay.
The 3rd year was Triumph. And then this year is Idaho Gem. And so we've kind of picked hops that the last couple of years that maybe were new or not proprietary, but also maybe just needed just a boost.
Yeah, a little push.
A little push.
Yeah.
And so Diane Gooding is the Gooding family, Gooding Farms. They are the proprietary owners of Idaho Gem. And that's grown in Parma, Idaho.
Okay.
And Diane is a great, wonderful female hop grower that has been a good friend to our family over the years. So we're excited to see all the beers that were brewed with it that have been released, and we're grateful for the ones that are getting brewed today.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So speaking of that, like, so we went in a different direction because everyone always thinks Yakima, high hops, high IPAs, which is true because there's literally some of the best IPAs that I've ever had come out of the valley. But we decided to spin it a little differently and do a Berliner Weiss, dry hopped with Idaho Gem with a little bit of hibiscus pitch in there for a beautiful pink hue. And I'm excited because this is now going to become, in our world, it's going to become a core beer. We decided it the other week that after this experience that I knew we were going to have today, like, I'm pretty choked up. I'm holding it together. I'm pretty amped. I love what we've done. The day is just kind of middle through, the barbecue's lit. We're having fun. But, like, what it's done for us at Transpeninsular has given us a sustainable reminder of what this is all about. And
I'm just glad to be here because today's I've met brewers that come from all over Mexico, and it's been a really incredible experience and opportunity to also hear earlier from the oncologist who did a great presentation. I mean, it was fabulous to provide that kind of information in a safe atmosphere where you can interact with a medical expert, ask questions, what about this, what about that? And then the history, too, I thought was really informative, just how breast cancer had been treated before.
Yeah.
And so just the whole story, and then bringing in survivors. We had a woman here, a survivor, 25-year survivor, which I thought, when you talk about breast cancer, everyone's minds kind of go to the really dark side.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of fear associated with it.
Yeah, the uncertainty and,
Yeah.
oh my God, it's all going to, what that means to somebody, breast cancer. Okay, well, so Shelley, I mean, there's a lot more to tell. I want to bring Alejandro Cortez, not with the Z. Yeah, works at John I. Haas. He's going to talk a little bit more about CLS Farms and the products you guys do, and also about the Idaho Gem, and kind of translate in Spanish. So thanks so much for letting me sit with you, and for you and your daughter Lauren to be in our house. Seriously, no BS. I'm really, really blessed that you're here. It means a lot. It means the world to me.
Thank you for having us.
For sure.